Welcome to Crossroads, the show where we celebrate creativity, sustainability, and individuality in fashion. I'm your host, Jordyn Pompey, and today we'll be challenging the status quo of overconsumption within the fashion industry.
I'm Taylor Whitmore. I'm from the Bay Area, California, near Oakland. I just recently switched my major to advertising. I really want to work in fashion advertising specifically, so this is actually pretty cool.
How would you describe your style?
Honestly, it depends on my mood. I can go from early 2000s. I really like the 90s right now. One of my big style inspos is Lin from Girlfriends, or even Sasha Obama. And if I had money, Erykah Badu, but yeah.
What's a fashion item that's currently on your wish list?
Okay, so there is this one Jean Paul Gaultier, really hope I said that right, jumpsuit from the 90s that I really, really want. No way I can afford it. I don't think I can actually buy it ever, but it's this beautiful red, green, blue patchwork romper that's cuts right above mid-thigh, and it's spaghetti strapped.
How do you fight overconsumption with your shopping/fashion choices?
I've been thrifting my clothes and just sort of upcycling them for the past 2, maybe 3 years. I became sort of aware of the issues of fast fashion poses around 2020 when I got more into my personal style. So I am wearing pants right now that are from Urban Outfitters, but I buy stuff like that pretty sporadically, probably once a year. Yeah.
How often do you get rid of old clothing, and how do you dispose of it?
So my family, we actually have a habit of donating our clothes. Probably a couple times a year. I just started selling my clothes online too. Yeah. Okay, so I styled this outfit around this vest. I don't really know. I might have some inspiration over it. I'm a Pinterest fiend, so it's probably something I saw on Pinterest once, but I do love a good dress over pants moment. I really like baggy stuff. So right now, this specific red dress that I'm wearing, I like to call it my thneed. I've worn it as a top, skirt, I've even had it as a little shawl bolero before. It's pretty all-purpose. I don't even really know where I got it. I've just had it for a couple years. Let's see, my bracelets, these two I actually got at the thrift store near Syracuse University, 315, shout out. I'm obsessed with it. This specific kind of tarnished bracelet right here, I stole from my mom. Yeah. I really like it though. I wear these bracelets pretty often. Let's see, these pants were a Christmas present. They were from, these are Urban Outfitters pants. And these Uggs I actually got off Depop and then immediately got salt stain, but I actually kind of like the salt stain look. I think it makes it a little bit more interesting. Yeah, I really like baggy, distressed fashion. I just think it's really fun. This specific necklace right here, I don't know where I got this one actually. I think I got it from one of my friends and I just never gave it back. Yeah, but that's where this one's from. My Taylor necklace was a present from my mom, and this Ankh necklace right here is one of the last actually online jewelry purchases I got, because I don't really like buying cheap jewelry online because it tarnishes green. Yeah, but I got this one on AliExpress, I think. So I mean, good for them, I guess. Yeah, and then these earrings are also from 315.
McKinsey estimated that 60% of apparel items end up in landfills within a year after purchase. Why is that? While major corporations are the main ones responsible for the climate crisis, we as consumers still need to do our part to make a change. Instead of getting rid of your clothing within a year of purchase, take the time to find pieces that are truly your style and come up with new and creative ways to breathe life back into them. Now back to the video.
Hello, my name is Amaya Evans. I am a sophomore majoring in fashion design, and I am from New York City. My goal post-graduation is to be the creative director of my own fashion house.
How would you describe your style?
So my style is inspired by a lot of the city, Black culture, my friends, streetwear. That's pretty much a lot where my inspiration comes from.
What's a fashion item that's currently on your wish list?
There's this emerging designer named Altier Denims. They're really, they make handmade denim jeans, and there's this one specific pair where they're reversible, so when you flip them inside out, they have a whole completely new design. So that's one fashion item that's on my wish list.
How do you fight overconsumption with your shopping/fashion choices?
So much. So with overconsumption, one thing that I do that really helps to make sure that I maintain, like I don't go over too much, is when I'm picking a garment, like a top, a bottom, I try to see if I can imagine at least 3 outfits that I could pair it with. And if I can, I go for it. But if I can't, I try to refrain from it and kind of like source other options. But that's the one way that's helped me a lot for sure.
How often do you get rid of old clothing and how do you dispose?
I do it this week at the expo. Like there's lots of thrift stores that take donations. You can sell them on Depop, but I plan on donating my clothes to a thrift store and then stocking up. So this is what I styled with the vest today. Since spring is near and the weather's getting warm, I decided to pop out with the skirt. So the way I styled this was with a lot of my looks, I incorporate a lot of red and denim. It's my favorite color, and I also love playing with denim and the different colors it has because it all collaborates so well and seamlessly with each other. So what I did was I first picked out this skirt, this long maxi skirt. It's so fun and playful. It moves around a lot. It gives length. You can layer it. And then I decided to add on these cute thigh-high white socks to kind of add a little pop and exposure, paired with these red stiletto boots. And then with that, I have it paired with a BB Simmons belts. We have some silver jewelry and then the lovely vest that I styled. And then on top of that, we have a scarf that I have and then a New York Yankee hat. It's my favorite signature hat because I'm from the city and it's kind of what I wear everywhere. But yeah, this is the outfit. So the process with styling the vest was pretty much just building from the bottom up. First of all, understanding the colors, like this is an acid wash, like a dark light seam acid wash. So like pairing it with other denim colors like this, it was just basically trying to make sure that it matches with each denim that I'm paired with and whatnot. But yes, that's how I styled it. Just started from the bottom and then built from the top.
In fashion, the climate crisis is set up in colonial structures. The rich countries keep getting richer, and the developing nations are the ones paying for it. As consumers, let's use our voices to advocate for and center those creating value in this industry.
I'm Jennie Bull. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and my major is marketing and retail management with a concentration in fashion and beauty communications. Well, I actually just signed a full-time offer for a marketing position, but I do have a magazine on campus, Moody Mag, and I want to continue doing magazine stuff. So for the time being, a little bit of entrepreneurship, a little bit of marketing, and hopefully just something creative. I would describe it as like dark fairy princess that has like fallen into the woods. I really love Rick Owens, and I really want one of his structured either blazer or dresses that have like the exaggerated shoulder pads that create like little horns. I really want one of those. This was something that I like struggled with for a long time because most of my wardrobe is all thrifted, and it's so easy to like pick up a lot of stuff at the thrift shop because you're like, oh, it's so cheap, yada yada. But I've started to just find my style, and with that I realize what I don't need and what like I have something similar of already, and that's really helped.
How often do you get rid of old clothing and how do you dispose of it?
I kind of go through like cleaning cycles every 3 months, and I'll go through like a big wardrobe clean out, and usually I'll do like clothing sales or just donate it back to thrift. Okay, so with the outfit, I started with the vests. I normally wear a lot of black and white, so like the added color, I wanted to incorporate it back somehow. So I have these Vivienne Westwood tights, and I liked the little blue in it here. So I was like, okay, the blue and the blue. And then they are obviously black tights with white details. So I was like, I can bring my black and whites back in. And this necklace that I chose here is also Vivienne Westwood, and it has a little bit of like red detailing in this. So I was like, okay, I can wear the necklace as well. And I like love to layer on some of the same item things. So when it's a vest, I was like, okay, well then I'm gonna add 2 more vests, obviously. So I put a vest under it, and it's kind of like a bustier vest, and then a vest over it to like change the shape with it. And I like that this vest has like these strings hanging down because it kind of brings the blue back through the outfit a little bit more. And I also really love like flares and textures. So I love these sleeves because they have like a large flare, and then when it flares up you can like see the accessories. So these are like thrifted accessories here. I love silver, and this I also thrifted, and it just brought like more silver back into the outfit. And then with like the little flare vibe, I threw on this little skirt because it has like multiple layers a flare as well. And it has like a new texture. So it's bringing in like leather and tulle and yeah, denim.